Yo, welcome to the show, everybody. It is Father's Day 2023, and we are going to be going over the Bitcoin price chart. Today, I'm just going to be chill with you guys. If you hop on in chat, say a little hello, we'll go over some Bitcoin price chart, price action. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a little, kind of a deep breakdown into the Bitcoin price chart. So, maybe let's move this over here. Let's see how that does with the lighting. I think I liked the lighting better the other way. Now you can see. Oh, okay. All right. Hey. Anyways, like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. Let's just zoom out. Let's go ahead and clear everything off of the charts. Absolutely everything. I don't want anything on here. Get rid of this. I don't even care. I can read all that later and know exactly what it is. I just want to take a good, clean look at Bitcoin. I don't need this alert. I can get rid of it. Trash. Trash. Say hello in the chat. All right, so let's see. Can you see that well? Is that the color's gonna be good for you? Do I have to sprucing them up so you can see it? Let's go with white and black. Let's change this to blue. Let's do that. All right, now we can see. Now we can see. All right. Just wanted to make sure it's good for the for the video. You know what I mean? All right. What's going on is this. We are on the weekly chart, okay? And I am on, this is the Bitcoin index chart. So we found support right here back in May of 2022. Okay? On the weekly chart. Bam. Since then, we have hit that 1, 2, maybe 3, now 4 times. This time, we crossed it and it didn't, I mean, other than the obvious just, and then straight through it. But this has been an area of support and resistance for a while, and we did break it, but we have a candle closing above it so far, so long as the Bitcoin price does not fall below 25.4 essentially today. So I don't think that that'll happen. I hope not anyway. You never know, but I don't think it will. We'll get into why. But anyway, can you see it? Yeah. Now, if we just go by simple patterns, one of the most useful patterns that's actually is useful more than most patterns, and it is because it is a reversal pattern, and reversal patterns are typically pretty on point. But you got to know what you're doing when it comes to reversal patterns. Now, anyone that knows anything about reversal patterns has undoubtedly seen the head and shoulder, and this is the inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? You got it. It's very simple right there. You've got your shoulders and you've got your head. Now, one important thing about this that people don't realize or don't know, they just don't know, or people don't teach them. This line right here, the fact that this price came up, hit this resistance, came down, and did not come back down here, and we got a nice buy up right here, that shows that this was pretty strong area of buy pressure right there. Of course, there was buy pressure down here, but there was a lot of nothing going on right here for several weeks. Ugh. But anyway, but this low being higher than this low is an indicator that the buying pressure is coming back and that the buyers are becoming stronger than the sellers. Nah. Inverse head and shoulders pattern, if we are to go by your standard inverse head and shoulders target, it would be from the tip of the head to the neckline. And how clean of a pattern is this too? I mean, I could take this down to the 3-day, maybe the 1 day, and it'll look even better. I mean, that's a pretty clean head and shoulders pattern. We can go to the breakout. This is where it broke out. And then you set your target. And this is how you find, this is how you do your targets on a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders play. You take the tip of the head, and you take the distance from the tip of the head to the neckline, and this is called a measured move. And so you're doing a measured move from there to here, which really is, let's put that down here. So if I was to draw a box on here and just touch my highs with my lows, and then I go and clone that box and move that up to sit on top of the other box, then I can get my target as well. That's another way to do it. So these measured moves happen often within trading in general. Why is that? Well, that's because price is, if you're looking at an order book, your price is left and right. You've got your bid and your ask, okay? So your bid's the buyers, your ask is your sellers. So in an order book, you're not looking at price the way you do like this, as up and down. Well, you're looking at it as, hold on, yeah, you're not looking at it as like up and down. You're looking at it like on a scale left to right. So it'd be like flipping this chart right side up, right? Flipping it right side up. And then you can see the betting or the trading that's actually going on. So you can see, so you've got your buyer here and your seller here. One is saying, I want to sell this product for $5 or I want to buy this product for $5. The seller saying, I want to sell it for $6. How can I get you to pay $1 more for it? But that's not what's really going on, because what is really going on is what is called an auction. And that is where we're like, hey, we've got a $21,000 Bitcoin. Who wants it? How much are you willing to pay for this $21,000, for this Bitcoin, actually? I did that incorrectly. For this one Bitcoin, one BTC. How much are you willing to pay for that one BTC? That's what's really going on. You've got people over here saying, yeah, I'm going to sell my BTC, or I'm going to buy BTC at 21K. And then you got people saying, I'm not going to sell until it gets up to 28K. Because then I see some kind of profit. I bought at 25K, whatever the case may be. So then there's an auction. So this is trading right here. This is trading. But then there's a thing called an auction. And that is just basic, bid and ask, 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 bid and ask. It's just constant trading, trying to find the price. And like where price, the median, the happy place of where price should be. And so when you're in this auction, this is typically when you're stuck within a range. You're stuck in consolidation. You basically have an agreement on price. There is a balance in the market. There is no imbalance. And then eventually demand starts to creep up. And then supply has been coming down. And once that starts to happen and people start psychologically realizing there's fewer than these left, why would I sell them at lower prices? I need to sell them at higher prices in order to make a profit. So they end up holding on to it longer. And these are your diamond hands. These are your diamond hands. These are your diamond hands that are holding on to people. Man, you know what? I started this off horribly, but I'm ending it spectacularly. I'm not even ending it. We're still in the middle of it. We're in the thick of it. It started off poorly. Maybe this ghost energy drink just like finally hit me or something. Maybe it's the fact that I have no viewers. I don't give a damn. You're going to watch this later, and you're going to be like, man, I really wish I would have been there, because he's going to come out here and he's going to say, hey, let me check out your coins. And then I'm not going to be able to check out your coins. I'm just going to look at Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do. All right. That's what I was going to do anyway. All right. So where was I? All right. So you got your bid and your ask. You got your auction. Woo. All right. Yeah. So we now have, for the first time ever, the more whole coiners than ever. We have the highest number of hodlers than ever, of 1 year or longer. We have the highest number of hodlers ever for 2 years or longer. I keep being told, it's your first bear market. You're naive to think that this thing can go to new all-time highs before the next halving. And perhaps we won't. Perhaps we will. I don't know. My whole contention with the whole halving thing is the fact that anything can happen in trading. In these charts, anything can happen at any point. It could explode to new all-time high. It could drop to 3K. I prefer to be an optimist first and foremost, but I do not let my optimism overrule my realism. The two are not mutually exclusive. They are tied together in some sense. I am as real as possible while being as optimistic as possible. That's just how I am. That's just how I roll. That's how I prefer things to be. I don't prefer misery. I don't prefer to just be pissed off at the world every day. I don't prefer to be just, it's just not who I am. And when I get into those modes, it's bad because it takes a lot to get me there. So it's bad when I get there. Just a little personal for you. But that's all part of the game too, is understanding the trading game, that is understanding your emotions and being able to take on any situation that has brought itself in front of you so that you are prepared to take it on. Now, I do want to point out, let's go ahead and get back to the chart, okay? Because I just saw something as I was looking at it, and I was rambling on about your emotions and stuff. Keep that ish in check. All right, so if I go ahead and I take the halfway point, let's say let's go ahead and get rid of this these rectangles. And I want to put this right on the head. Let's get this right on the head. If it'll do it. Get that right on there. All right. Now, always, this tool right here, you've got to get like an updated or an upgraded version of TradingView. You've got to, because you need the bar replay. You need bar replay, and you need to go back in time, pick a random time on any chart, learn a strategy first, pick a random time on any chart, go back, just put it on the monthly. Okay, put it on the monthly chart, right? Take your bar replay, and then just close your eyes and just move left and right, and then just click. Okay, just do that. Didn't work. And click. All right, and let's go down to the 1 hour, and let's take a look. Where are we? Try not to look at the dates, because when you study a certain chart, maybe I should just do a different chart. But no, this is a good way to just go back in time. You're not gonna know what happened on the 1 hour, on one hour chart 4 years ago. Just go back and do it. The reason why I say do that is because patterns, price action repeats itself over and 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 over again. Getting to learn trading is just getting to learn patterns, and understanding patterns, understanding psychology, understanding risk management, and using proper risk management, so that and using setups that more often than not turn out to be proper setups, and running those setups, or I should say profitable setups, running those setups on a consistent basis. Like, you've got to do a setup 100 times in a row without deviating from that setup. Then you can do something else. At least for like one chart, do that one setup, get to learn that setup. It seems mundane, but you know what? Making a few grand a day, that can really get a little mundane, can it? All right. I'm not saying I do that, but that's the goal. That's where we're trying to get to, right? Now, that's a goal I'm trying to get to anyway. So, let's just go to recent price action. That's what people care about. So, if you do this, if you're doing the bar replay, you can come back and you can draw your lines, and we can see, okay, what do we have here? We have some equal highs right here. We also have some lows down here that could be taken out. that need to be taken out probably. Let's go ahead and throw on some volume real quick and some EMAs. Let's go ahead and throw on some EMAs and let's throw on some volume. Just volume and EMAs. So that's what I'm going with right now. So we've got an area of consolidation after we have had a breakdown in price. And then we have an area of consolidation in here. So what am I looking for? So what I'm looking for is I'm going to look to the left here and I'm going to look for areas of interest. Areas that interest me. So I'm going to look at like a fair value gap. So this is like a 1 hour fair value gap right here. You know what I'm going to use? I am going to use a rectangle. So this is a 1 hour fair value gap right here. Let me get my handy dandy little magneto tool and stretch this out. So that's a 1 hour fair value gap. So what am I thinking? So what I'm thinking is I've got two options. Really, let me see if I can find the last. This one's difficult. So I'm trying to find. I mean, there was a lot of volume there. There's a lot of volume there. But I'm looking big cell. There we go. Last down candle. Let's do this one. Let's do this one as a price target. All right. Let me go ahead and actually take this whole candle. All right, so this is going to be the setup. And I'm going to look for one or the other. And watch this fail epically live. What I'm going to look for is for price to either come down in here, and then I'm going to enter, and I'm going to exit up here. Or I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to see it come up in here. I accidentally clicked an extra little thing on there, and I want it, and I'm going to trade it down to here. Actually, if it comes up to here, then I'm going to trade down to this low down here. There's a lot going on right there. We do have, this is kind of like equal lows down here. So, right here. So, I might take it to here. So, let's just see if we get either one happen. What happens in between doesn't matter. It's when it gets to either side of this, okay? So, let's go ahead and play it out. Let's do a little bit faster than 1x. So, it's come up. All right. So I want it to get up to here, maybe even to the top of this candle here. Definitely up to here. Pause. Whoops. No, go back. Oh no. That just happened live. Son of a gun. I don't even know where I was. Why is the space bar not pause? I'm on a whole different chart. That's the problem. Alright. Where was I? I wonder where I was. I think I was like right here. I had to guess. I think I was like right here. Man, that sucks. I don't know where I was. Let's go back and look at the tape. Serious. I'm going to go back and look at the tape. I'm dark. Maybe I should turn on my lamp. Get a little bit of brightness in here. All right, let's see. Where was I? This is embarrassing. June. Is there a year? Oh, Thursday, June of 2017. Thursday of June 2017. All right. Go to the monthly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. Thursday, 2017. June. Hello. Oh, you can see my little. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I found it. Welcome to the live show, everybody. Let's move this. Get off the auto. All right. Now we can play. Yeah, we were all the way down here. All right, finally, back to where we came from. And we come up, we hit the fair value gap. Bam, right there. Right there, we're in the fair value gap right there. Now, I could see price coming up to here. There is a fair value gap up here. But let's just see. Let's see what happens. So right now, like I said, if I was to enter a trade, I'd probably already be in a trade. And that trade would be a short, and from here, top of the fair value gap, down to these lows down here. So, and then my high, we could either do here, be not take on as much risk, because this thing could come up and shoot up above, or we could come down to here, or up here, I mean. Now we also have to take into account what has led us up to here. And this looks like it could be just a correction, because it has already come down. I need to turn that magnet off. It's already come down and tested the breakout point, right? So that's what it's done. So yeah, usually I would see some kind of, typically you would see some kind of pull down, but who knows, with it could come later, way later down the road, but we'll see what happens. So we break through the fair value gap. We do get up here into these candles up here, which I said could happen. So get up to that fair value gap. Now price, no, we're looking at EMAs. I'm seeing separation here. I'm probably already out of this trade because this thing is just going ham. Look at that. Break that. I mean, you already lost. I already lost the trade. I did a live trade, basically, and I lost it. Mostly because I didn't. What happened? Mostly, I didn't go back and look to previous price action. So, learn not to do that. Make sure you're always looking at your previous price action. So these levels, I guess they're good. They've worked themselves out. We're staying above the 30 EMA, staying well above the 200 EMA on the 1 hour chart. And it's just still going. There it goes. Test. You did. Yep. Pause. So right here, I have equal lows again down here. Price did come down to take out those equal lows, unsurprisingly. You could have also marked this off as an area of consolidation that price could come back to and revisit, as it did. Now, if we're back here and I'm watching price come up here and I see it dig into this candle up here, but then it starts to hold price up here, I'm probably getting out of that trade. I need to see quick displacement to the downside in order to feel comfortable that that trade that short that I showed you is going to work out. Because if I see any of this, then that tells me that there's good buying pressure down here to push that price up. And again, once we come back down, hit that buy pressure again, pushes the price up. And then let's see how it continues to go. So now that we've come down and we've got dug into this liquidity, we're going to dig into it again, and I wonder if we're going to come down and finally take out these lows. Now we dug into this right here. Took out that high right there, so that could be it. EMA cross. Are we gonna get it? Nope, no EMA cross. So price not ready. Did come back down. I think it's ready. It's getting ready. It's getting ready to continue to the upside. If it breaks this, yep, there it goes. It's gonna be good. It's gonna keep going. We got a cross, 30 EMA above the 200. Of course, we got to come back and test that 200. We got to test the resolve of the 30 EMA. It's holding up strong. Price is still staying within the range. Still good. Come out, take out these equal highs up here, or equal lows first. It might come down, take out the equal low. There it goes. Takes out those lows. Engineered liquidity to the upside. And let's see if it, now that it's come down and taken out liquidity, maybe it might need to take some more. It did take some more. Let's keep watching. Let's just see how low it will go. And we already got the 30 EMA cross at 200, so we're bearish. Got a little W pattern. Those are always sketch. Because then you got your equal lows. This is actually kind of fun. I like doing this. This is called tape reading, by the way. Just going back, looking at price action, and just try to predict what's going to happen. Doing this can actually help you a lot. Just going back, watching price action, throw it on that 3x, maybe even slower, and then just try to predict what's going to happen next. Now, you're going to want it to be more real time if you're like on a 1 minute chart, but 1 hour chart, you know, you can speed up a little bit. It's still a little fast because I can't, it's hard to process all the information that quickly. There's a lot of liquidity up here. There's a huge gap right here. It'll probably come up and tear into this. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Come on, give me one or the other. I need one good example of this. Alright. Took it out. Now let's see a strong displacement to the upside. Let's go. Well, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's faltering. It's not good. Mm. Look at that. Finally came down here to take it out. It always does. And look. Major V bottom reversal. Is that what we're going to get? Amazing. All the way up to here. All the way up to here. Bam! Oh man, that was fun. That was fun. Look, got a feeling it's gonna break out, but it might need to come down here first. Maybe even down here a little bit. Definitely here. There's this gotta get worked out. I don't know. We're bull flagging. What's it gonna do? Bullpen it, really. Oh, it broke down because patterns suck. There we go. Digging into it. See that rapid displacement? There's a lot of orders that didn't get caught in there. That's why price comes back to visit it. Because now we got to come down in here and fill up that order book. And then now we can shift price back to the upside and work out this range and then continue higher, is what I would suspect. Because if I zoom out, I'm going to see that we are in a longer bull trend. So I am looking to be buying dips and going long. So then when you're on the lower time, or when you're on the higher time frames and you're in a bearish trend, you cut down to the lower time frames and play the short game. Short, 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 short. Long, 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 long on the way up. Short, 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 short on the way down. Bam, there it goes. I just knew it. I just knew it. I felt it in my soul. Plus, I kind of know where we are. We're in the 2017 bull market. So, yeah. But knowing where the places of interest likely reside is a good place. Is a good way to know when to get into a trade. So, yeah. Yeah, this wasn't the deep dive that I was really going to do, but that's fine. Nobody came in to watch except for maybe like 2 people, so that's cool. Let's go to current price action, which looks like Bitcoin's going a little bit crazy right now. So I don't know. Maybe that was just a quick glance that made me think that. So Bitcoin right now, let's go to the higher time frame. Let's go to the daily. So on the daily, hold on. Why? I had to sneeze, but it didn't wanna. All right, looking at the daily, we do have the 30 above the 200, so that's good. That's indicating some bullish action. If I zoom out, let's take off this volume. If I zoom out, we can see that as soon as we crossed, well, let's go to the first one. The very first, that is, here's the first cross. So that's almost your first telltale sign. Okay, this whole move right here is probably coming to an end. Okay, but you do get that excessive push up, and then you get your push down. So I've become a lot more involved with the EMAs because they help you find the bias that is in the trend. So do you have a bullish bias or a bearish bias? So on the daily right now, and see, I could be short-term bearish because I'm underneath the 30, or is this 30 or 50? I need a 30, okay. Because I'm underneath the 30 EMA, right? I'm underneath it. It's the red one. I'm underneath the 30 EMA. When I say I mean price is underneath the 30 EMA. So that could be short-term bearish. But if I'm above the 200 EMA, then I can be longer-term bullish. And as you can see, we can also have quick dips out of that and back up. It happens. We did break the 200 here, but we came right back up, and we're fighting against that 30 daily EMA as we speak. So breaking above that, closing above it, and holding it, you would think would just be hunky-dory, but it's not all the time, just like here. But once we've had a good pullback and a correction, it could be time to push forward. Now, let's get back to the measured move. I do want to see what that price would come out to be from here to here. And I'll also want to see if that lines up with anything else on the chart. So let's do that. Let's clone this. Let's move this up one. And then I'm going to just mark this off on the chart with the horizontal ray. And I'm going to get rid. It'll do it. I'm going to get rid of these boxes. Alright, so I got my horizontal ray on there. Let's go ahead and thicken it up a little bit so we can see it better. And let's change the color. Let's just make it a blue. 41,000. 41,000 is what that is saying. Can you see it? Can you see that happening? I can. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's go from the top here. That's the swing high. And I'm going to go to current price action. I'll turn these off. Sorry. Which one is these two? Bang. Bang. Alright. As you can see, this is your let me go ahead and I want to get a chunk of this consolidation area, really. Yeah. Right there. This is called a fixed range volume profile. It shows you where the most trading volume takes place at which price points, instead of your daily volume like this or whatever chart you're on. Instead of the volume within that candle, this shows you the volume within the price, which when you're trading is a little important. How much people are willing to pay for something is, well, I guess it kind of goes hand in hand with how many people are trading too. So I'm just trying not to overwhelm. But anyway, for what it's worth. So this is what we've been working out here. I think this is what we've been working out here, is this little gap right there. Just trying to fill in some orders there before we can move to the upside. And I think that's where we could be heading. Now, let's see, what do we have? We have any price points up here. So this is our point of interest. This is our measured move target. This is the measured move target. And we can see that it is within this little gap right here. So that is interesting. So that would be a point of interest. What else can we do to try and find some confluence? Let's go ahead and take that off. So let's try to find some confluence. Let's use a fib tool, go from top to bottom. And where do we have any retracement levels? We do have the 50 just above it right there. And now that would be a point of interest, is that 50. So can we move this right here? I think we can. This is all judo confluence, okay? Now let's go ahead and move this from this top to this bottom. Where do we have? We have the 75 on the other side. I feel a little more comfortable doing that. That seems, why? Because it's just more conservative and take as much risk out of it as possible. But we also have key areas where we resistance, support. Just above it, support. Shot through it. I mean, hovered around this area. I mean, this price point right here, it's the 40,000, 41,000. Who'd have thunk it? A round number. A 40 or 41,000 is the number. That is the measured move from here to here. $40,000. Okay? I think Bitcoin will at least get up to $40,000 this year. At least. I don't know about new all-time high just yet. That might come after the halving. Who knows? We'll find out. Currently, we are on a trajectory to where there's no way in hell we're going to see a new all-time high this year. Well, let's see. Where's December? January 1st, December 31st. Right there. So we're going to go to new all-time highs. I mean, it's possible, I guess. Let's go ahead and take a bars tool. Let's take the bars tool. Let's just do pure time from this bottom to this top. Just time. I mean, before the end of the year. I mean, you could say that it could happen because price can move that quickly. Kind of funny how we had this little bump here, and then we took off. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. Now, price fractals are not a freaking exact science, okay? Get that in your head. Right there. 80,000. I keep thinking, I've been thinking 75 for so long. I have a triple top theory. I've had a triple top theory. I've been meaning to get to it because I don't know. It might actually play out, guys. It might, because we do have equal highs, kind of relatively equal highs up here that need to be taken out. So I don't know. We've pretty much done everything that we need to do as far as on the downside. I mean, I don't know why we would need to come down here. I really don't. I don't know why we would need to come down here. I mean, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to see something. Maybe if I zoom out a little further. So this is the 200 weekly and 30 weekly, and they are conjoining. And the 30 is trying to cross the 200, and if the 30 crosses the 200, well, you see, Mama. Whoa. Anyway, where was I? So, are we gonna get this little push up? I mean, I don't know. It could just stall out. Could just take forever. We could just be stuck in a range forever and ever and ever and ever until, let's see, this says December 2024. That's when people predict, because then you'll have the halving right here. Yeah, right here in April. 2024, and then I think people have been saying new all-time high in 2025. That could be it right there. Who knows? And then we can finally get up to that $100,000 level, which I think we'll definitely get to. Yep. I definitely. Yep. I want to see something. Let's clone this. Move this over. This is like a midway point. This is the midway point up here. Whoa. Oh, I'm on log scale. That's why. Log scale makes things look so funky. Kind of lose perspective. Look at that. That's insane. I'm just going to get rid of all this again. I'm just going to redo this. Sorry. Alright, I want to go from top to bottom. Alright, let's clone it. Freaking log scale, dude. These would be just measured moves of these ranges of, I mean, look. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Go away. Go away. Go. Get out of here. Go on now. Get. Alright. Come on. You can do it. You can. There you go. Alright. And do one more. Clone. Alright. Now the thing when you do measured moves is I always don't do it on log. Do it on regular. And I take the top and the bottom of swing points, swing point high, swing point low. Take that, measure it up. Bam, you hit it. Take that, measure it up. Bam, you hit it. Take that, measure it up. Nope, didn't quite get there. But on every single one of these, what I will also do is I will take partials halfway. That is me. This is not financial advice. But I will take halfway partials. So I'll lay my fib down. Right. Lay my fib down. I'm just going to lay them all out. Lay them all out. Stomach's growling. I haven't had breakfast. Alright. And then I will just 50 percentile right there. And I'm going to go bang 50%, 50%, 50%. Come on. Come on. There we go. 50%. And look where it goes. Can you believe it? Look where it goes. It goes right up to it, right there. Right up to it. It even rejects off of it right there. It rejects off of it. Bam. Then it comes up again. Big suck down. So when it comes back up here again, maybe I should be thinking, maybe I need to short the market. Especially if I throw an RSI up on here and we see a bearish divergence on the weekly chart. I mean, it's plain as day, and it's a massive divergence right here. Bam, bam. Hindsight's 2020, people, but you know, I didn't know trading that well back at this point in the market. But right there, I mean, that tells you all you need to know right there. That's a massive deviation, right? It's like this. You've got your strength. You've got price coming up, but you have no strength. There's no strength behind the price coming up. What does that tell you? That tells you that the buying pressure is weak. So you need to be thinking about selling at this point, because price might be going up, but the people that are doing the trading aren't agreeing with it, because there's not a lot of them willing to buy at those prices. So the price comes down. And then you get this big flush of the market. And then you get all the other stuff, liquidations and 3 Arrows Capital and, all kinds of stuff. Hey, Beachhead, good to see you, brother. Cheers. So, yeah. You get all that stuff. So now we're sitting above the 200 weekly EMA. So, but yeah, there's a little secret, and we almost come down and touch this 50 level right here. We can kind of bounce off of it, or bounce above it. And the way that this was kind of reacted down here, I probably, knowing what I know now, I probably would have gone long, definitely down here. Probably once we broke that 50 mark on that RSI and got back above there. But yeah, you can extend this out. Or actually, we're not going to extend it out. We're going to get rid of all of this. Remove all the drawings. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to do this one. We're going to do from high to low. Turn on this. Let me make sure I get my exact high, my exact low. All right. And my wife is calling me. Hello, dear. Thank you. What? Oh, I got up. I'm streaming right now, actually. I figured. That's why I started streaming today. Okay. Love you too. Have fun. Bye. All right. By the way, thank you to everybody that showed my father some love on Twitter. My dad is going to have a liver transplant today, starting in an hour. I think it's like an 8-hour process, something like that. Maybe it's a few hours. I'm not sure, but yeah. So if y'all could just keep him in your thoughts. If you're praying, if you're a praying person, please send some prayers. Actually, I'm not even gonna go that high. All right. Now, I did the top to the bottom of this whole bear market, right? And I went three layers above it. Now, I'm not saying this is going to do this by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, but I do want to see what, I'm just curious if it was to pull some type of move like that again, what it would come up to. Well, I guess it would be 3 times out of 70K, 69K. Is that how it works? We'll find out. Yeah, I know, it's like the best Father's Day gift is my dad's going through a very kind of it's not scary, it's just, it's not fun. Especially for him. I imagine. I'm sorry guys, I gotta make sure these are on point, and it's just not wanting to play nice with me right now. This is why some people just make videos and edit them. All right, so what's that price like? Actually, that's not. Oh wait, is that two? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's only 200,000. That's actually not that bad. That seems reasonable. These things keep. Oh my god! Can you not just line up? Ridiculous. Fine, fine, fine. It's good enough. It's just gonna have to be how it is. And then we take our 50 points. And if we were to do like we did last bull run, 202,000. Seems about right. That seems about right. Oh, there I go. That has disappeared. Let me get me out of the way. Let me get me out of the way. All right, we're into it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am just basically doing some charting, random charting. I'm not. This isn't anything set. I didn't really have anything planned. I just said, hey, I'm just gonna come up on here on Father's Day and do a live stream. Now 202,000. That seems about right. It'll probably get up to 212, 213, 200, 215, maybe. I could see that happening for sure, for sure. If I go and I put on a fib on here, now my fib tool is not gonna have all the other stuff on it, so I'm gonna have to turn it on. 3.618, 4.236. What is 4.236? 4.236 is all the way up there. What about just the 4? 4 is right there. Bam. 4.236 is all the way up here. 3.618 is right there at the golden pocket. Now this is not level. There. Okay. So 207, 222. I mean, these all seem like reasonable prices to me. For the next bull run. Reasonable is one way to go about it, but here's one thing that I do not like to do. Let me get myself back on. Here's one thing that I definitely do not like to do, and that is to get people's hopes up for prices that can happen, but that doesn't mean they will happen, and that doesn't mean that they'll happen anytime soon. So we're just going to follow the charts and give them what they provide us. If we go into the next cycle and we see price coming up and and it's reaching levels up here and it's right here and it hasn't gone up to our target, right? It hasn't gone all the way up here. Oh, you can't even see. I need to take myself off of here. It hasn't even gone up all the way up here. It hasn't made its way up here, but the RSI is showing you some type of divergence, bearish divergence on the weekly chart. I mean, you gotta know when to cut it. You gotta, all right, this was my target for this bull run, but the price action is indicating it's not gonna quite get there. Probably, most likely, it's not. So you gotta get out. You just gotta know when to get out. And that's the thing. People, I'd like to say, set price targets and stick to them, But at the same time, that's actually kind of irresponsible. And I really should stop saying that. So I might go back and quote tweet that, because I try not to delete tweets. I might quote tweet that and correct it myself. Because you should follow what the market, you should do what the market gives you, and you should get out when the market tells you to get out. Don't just hold on forever, because you never know what's going to happen with that money. I mean, you just never know. So it's best to diversify, have different assets, keep stuff stored here, keep value stored here, keep value stored there. Just keep value stored in all these different places. Trade for this, trade for that, increase your value, and over time, you'll accumulate real gains, real assets, and that's just all that it takes, man. That's all that it takes. It takes patience, takes time. Buy the lows, sell the highs. That's what you got to do. That's just how it is. XRP is ripping today. Let's go take a look at XRP real quick. I say ripping, but it's up 3%. Okay. It looks like it might have had a little short-term bottom here. I figured it was going to come up here because we did have a fair value gap in here. And if I come over here to the 4-hour chart, ooh, look at that big dump right there. XRP, yes, beachhead. So XRP is taking a, yeah, it's looking pretty nice. It's having a nice little day of it there. Having a little coming up on the 200 hourly EMA. We've been in a bearish trend, trying to break above it. If this 30 EMA can push above that 200 EMA, if it can do something like this, where this 30 comes up and this 200 comes this way, and the price comes up and comes down and can tap off of that 20, and we're also breaking highs, or we're breaking consolidation levels, that's probably a good place to enter. And then we come up and dig into this candle here, and then I would probably come down lower. Let's go down to the 15-minute. I'll try to find something down in here. I'd probably exit out right there, 55.4-ish. So something like that. Maybe a little bit of turtle soup action going on in here. Is there a reason for it to take out that high there? I don't really see one on the 15-minute. Let's take a look back. Should it take out that high? I might match it. It might match it. It might. Man, it's gonna be difficult. We're gonna have to see how this price action plays out in here. But yeah, if it does something like that, then that might be a quick little scalp that you could take. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I've already gone on for over an hour. I appreciate you for watching. Yeah, if you could hit that like on your way out, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and that's gonna be it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.